Hey, what's up everybody? Crapgamer here with Crapgamer Reviews, coming at you with another video. Thank you guys very much for taking time out to check it out. I appreciate it. Please hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't yet done so, because I would appreciate that as well. And it really helps out the channel. You guys will never know how much I appreciate that. Like, honestly, I know that I say that all the time before every video, but I really do appreciate it. Just like all the messages you guys have been sending me on Xbox Live. My gamer tag is MOH Crapgamer. Or you guys can hit me up on Twitter, and I will respond to every person that hits me up on Twitter. That's at @the_Crapgamer. I link that stuff at the bottom in the description so you guys can check that out. Right into today's topic, this checkerboard rendering stuff is something that a lot of people have been talking about lately. I think that, you know, it's something that Microsoft got laughed at when Quantum Break did it. You know, they did a really good job of explaining how it works, and I don't think, let me make this clear, I don't think checkerboard rendering is bad. I think it's fine. I think it's a fine solution, but I do think it's funny when Sony pushes that as being as good or nearly as good as native resolution. And the only reason why I make fun of that or think that that's funny is simply because they mocked Microsoft the entire generation for having less than 1080p. Right? If you look at some of their ad campaigns, these are official Sony ad campaigns where they're like, we're the only console that does most games at native 1080p, and you had Yoshida for Sony talking about how, you know, how much better it was and how it made you a better gamer to play at native 1080p. Basically, the entire generation was kicked off on a lie, and Microsoft got a lot of hate for basically for Rise Son of Rome being 900p right out of the gate. People jumped on it. But what was funny about that situation was that, you know, the Killzone Shadowfall game ran at the equivalent of 720p online with the multiplayer, even though Sony kind of lied and said that it was all 1080p, when in fact it wasn't. So now you have an Ex-Lionhead developer. You guys know Lionhead, they were the ones that created Fable. You know, they, of course, no longer a studio, and Fable Legends was canceled, but you have an ex-Fable developer saying that checkerboard rendering is a cute trick, quote-unquote, and basically said that it was kind of difficult and just kind of nothing special, really. So, you know, I think that that's funny. I do think that, you know, an Ex-Lionhead developer obviously has no real ties to Microsoft, would probably be maybe a little bit angry at Microsoft for closing down the studio or whatever, but again, you're starting to see this whole narrative start to change, and the media and Sony want everybody to think that checkerboard rendering is like this magical thing that makes all games, you know, look just as good as native 4K. And the truth of the matter is, that's not the truth. You know, that's absolutely not the truth. And it's good to hear more developers come out and speak up about this, because otherwise you're just going to have a lot of really bad misinformation out there about it. Now, don't misconstrue that as me saying that it looks terrible, because I don't think that at all. I don't think checkerboard rendering is bad or looks bad. I just don't think it looks good as native, and I think that Sony's been trying to maybe mislead people into believing that it was bad or this amazing thing. You know what I mean? And I just think that that's wrong. That's just really bad misinformation on Sony's part. I just think that it's a weird time for Sony and the media and gamers to change their tune, who were all, you know, native, and now upscale and checkerboarding and tricks and, you know, things like this are acceptable and okay, and actually in a lot of cases they're saying better than the native stuff. So I think that that's a little bit funny to me, and it is nice to see a developer kind of buck the trend of kissing Sony's ass and speaks their mind. You know, if you're an Xbox gamer, don't feel bad because you notice that people are changing the narrative. You know, that's part of being, you know, intelligent. It's only the idiots out there that don't realize that the narrative is changing to suit whatever Sony has or doesn't have. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys when you step up and you're like, yo, crap, you're 100% right, man. Sony, everybody kisses Sony's ass and bows to their wishes and says that they're the best, and it only matters what they have. If Sony is the one with 1080p, then 1080p native's the best. If Sony doesn't have 4K native, then however they get there is the best. That's how the narrative changes. It's ridiculous, and I'm glad to see that you guys are smarter than that. That's why you're crap gamer holics. That's why you're on this channel. That's why I appreciate you guys, because you guys see the bigger picture, and that's phenomenal. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys comment, rate, subscribe. Rack 'em up. Crapgamer out.